Hey Fae folk, welcome and welcome back. So for today's video, I want to talk about Barbie and the direction that the brand seems to be heading and the fact that I'm actually low-key excited about it, which is so like I'm so excited to be able to say that, but also it feels so weird to say that. I'm not like a Barbie hater or anything. I do love a lot of older Barbies, but I think the key thing there is that I do love older Barbies. I feel like for me personally, and then also for a lot of other collectors, modern day Barbie is just oftentimes quite disappointing. That's not to say that she never has any hits, like no good dolls have come out in like 10 years or anything crazy like that. That's not what I'm trying to say, but just in general, I do feel like Barbie as a brand is not one that consistently wows collectors anymore. But I feel like maybe that's changing. And I'm trying to contain myself because I don't want to get too excited. But also, I am feeling a little bit optimistic just because some of the releases that Barbie has been presenting lately feel like they're going in a different direction and feel like they're going in a direction that I personally like more and that feels a little bit more truly Barbie. So that's what I want to talk about with you guys today is just go over some of these new Barbie dolls that are going to be coming out slash have come out kind of recently and talk about the direction that the brand might be going in and just I just wanted to chit chat basically. Like I'm just excited about this and I couldn't contain it. So we're making a video today. So let's take a look at some of these dolls that are giving me hope for Barbie. So starting off with one that I have talked a little bit about on this channel before. I mentioned her, I believe, in a Dolls I Don't Want video. This is the Fashion Frontier Barbie. And when I talked about her in that video, it's not because I don't like her. It's just because she's a little bit like too expensive for me to feel like she's worth the price. But I think this doll is so fun and so cool. Like just the entire vibe of kind of this futuristic cowboy setting is so fun to me. I love the pieces she comes with, the extremely dramatic fringe, the clear plastic. Y'all know I'm a sucker for that. I just think this is genuinely an impeccable design. It's an interesting design. It's not just cookie cutter. Oh, we've seen this 17 times before. Like this is genuinely fun and interesting and feels very Barbie to me. Now, again, I did say she's a little bit too expensive for me. We'll talk price kind of at the end when I'm summing up my thoughts. But if we look at this purely from a design perspective, this doll has me. Like if she were cheaper, I would have her in my possession. I think she's just so cute and so sparkly and so pink and so what I think of when I think of Barbie. Dare I say Barbie core this early in the video? No, but really, I guess this is as good a time as any. Like, sorry, I'm not always very organized with my thoughts, especially today. I just literally sat down and was like, I gotta talk about this. But Barbie core is a thing that has been like dubbed on social media where it's kind of the classic Barbie that a lot of people think of, where it's very pink, very sparkly, very girly girl. And I do feel like this is very Barbie core, and I like that. Like that's a positive thing. The next one, the next release that I wanted to talk about was the Premiere Gala Barbie. I think that was what she was called. I feel like the collector space has been raving about this doll, and I completely understand why. So she was a collector's edition Barbie. I believe she retailed for $50, which is a better price tag than a lot of collector Barbies. She is on a model muse body, so there's not like a ton of articulation there, but she does feel again very Barbie. We've got the hot pink, the inside of her stole. It's kind of hard to see on this image, but has like the B for Barbie in it. There's the gloves, this like silver jewelry that's all metallic and like shiny and shimmery. She also has the Odile face mold, which like is so pretty. It's such a good face mold. And her eyes, especially if you like look at close-up pictures of her eyes, they have like the little star in them, like kind of more vintage Barbies did. And I just think she's so pretty. I didn't get this doll, not because of the price this time, but just because I would have really only been buying her for the head. I don't love the model muse body. Like I'm willing to put up with it if it's on a doll where like I love everything else, but it's kind of not my favorite body because it is stuck in this kind of hip cocked position. And the dress I don't think is a bad dress. Obviously, like I'm sitting here saying nice things about it, but it doesn't wow me enough to really want the dress. So like I couldn't justify buying the doll just for her head, but like also if I had infinite money, I would have bought the doll just for her head. I think it's so fun and so pretty. But even with that saying like that I wouldn't personally buy this doll, I do think this just feels like a amazing Barbie release. Like you look at this doll and it's giving Barbie in every way possible. And I love that for her. I love that it's so relatively simplistic. Like the design isn't super crazy, full of embellishments or anything, but it feels elegant, it feels fun, and it feels Barbie, which is going to be something that I'm repeating a lot. The next ones that I want to talk about are actually not collector dolls. We have one entry on this list that aren't collector dolls. So these are the Barbie deluxe style dolls that are going to be coming out soon. There are 4 of these dolls, and to me it kind of seems like they're supposed to be taking the place of Barbie Extra. Like it just feels like they're sort of filling that void. I know a lot of people had theorized that the Dream Besties were going to take the place of Barbie Extra, but these feel more so like the spiritual successor, just in my opinion. And I do think these dolls are really cute. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to buy any of these dolls, but they definitely like are on my radar and I'm definitely considering it. So going on this image from left to right here, we have a Barbie that looks to be on a tall body. It kind of looks like she's a little bit taller than the others with the pink 2-piece set. And she also has a pink, like transparent, sparkly prosthetic leg, which I think is so fun. Like I love the concept of turning a prosthetic into also a fashion statement. I just really genuinely love that for her. Her outfit is fine. It's not my favorite, but I also don't think it's bad. You know, like it's just a personal preference thing at that point. I don't think it's ugly though. I don't think it's a terrible outfit. The next one, we've got a doll with some beautiful braids. She's got the heart sunglasses. Again, a a 2-piece pink outfit. I do love the like faux fur detail that kind of goes across her shoulders. Like I'm not 100% sold on the bottoms, but I high-key love the base doll and I love her top. Like I just think that is so fun and like it's so voluminous and so exciting and so dramatic. I really do love that one. Then the third one might be my favorite just because she has this gorgeous metallic 2-piece set. I think it's a 2-piece set. Either that or it's a dress with a cutout. Either way, I love the color. I love the material. She's got the pink hair, so we still have some pink going on there. Very Barbie. But I do like that they kind of switched it up a little bit with this one. And I believe it's kind of hard to tell in the photos, but it looks like she might be on the curvy body type. I just think that she looks really fun and cute. The gloves are kind of throwing me off just because whenever Barbie does like the mitten gloves, it's always a bit weird to me. But even aside from that, like if you just cut off at her wrist, I feel like they would be really cute as like little detached sleeves. Love that for her. And then the last one, this one does have the Millie face mold, which like I feel like so many collectors are not a fan of, and I kind of get it. So that's kind of going against her. But I also think her outfit is absolutely adorable. She's got sort of a baby doll dress with this t-shirt underneath. Not 100% sold on the t-shirt underneath, but the dress itself is so cute. I think there's a bow on the back of it. Obviously, you can't see in this image, but I just think it's so precious. It looks like she's got some sort of sparkly tight situation going on there and some fun little strappy heels. I just really enjoy it. And I think this line is such a great line to see from Barbie. Again, I can't like confirm 100% because I'm just going off of these images, but it looks like we have a bunch of different body types that are in here. We obviously have a doll with a prosthetic. We have several different skin tones, and also we have some different hair fibers in use. Like, I just love the fact that, first of all, this is a very diverse set of 4, right? Like, I feel as though many brands, when they come out with a new line or something, will have not such a diverse launch. And I really, really like the fact that there's so many different types of people that are like represented and included with this launch. But across the board, they're all, again, extremely Barbie. They're leaning into that Barbie core. There is pink absolutely everywhere. Every single doll is like very, very pink. And I just love that. Like, I just think it looks so much like the type of doll that I imagine when I think of the word Barbie. Like when I think Barbie, I think fashion, I think cutesy, I think pink. And I love that we're getting that with this line. And I'm really, really excited to see these hit store shelves. I hope that they do well because I high-key want to see more lines from them. I think this is a really fun concept and I feel like it's very in line with, again, what I think of when I think of Barbie, and I want to see more of this. And then the last dolls that I wanted to talk about are the Barbie and Ninori dolls, the collab. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I probably am. But Ninori is a CGI influencer on Instagram, which is like a totally separate can of worms that I really don't want to like go into this video just because it's not relevant to what I'm trying to talk about. That's like a whole different conversation. Looking at the dolls though, I will say the faces are super uncanny to me. Like I'm not really a fan of that. That's like a personal preference. I just don't really love it. They are also $150, which is a bit pricey for me. But like I said, we'll address price kind of at the end here. However, taking those factors out, if you look at just the outfits, they feel very much like the deluxe style dolls that we just talked about, but on an elevated level. The one on the left that has the darker hair has this really cool dress that is just ruffles all the way down, like completely ruffles. It's ombre, different shades of pink, obviously. It looks like she has like thigh high fabric boots, I think. I can't tell if they're socks or boots from this picture, but you know, like the thigh highs that are also pink. And then the blonde one has these super intense statement earrings, metallic pink jacket, metallic pink pants. And I just genuinely love it. I think these outfits are really fun. They're a little bit different. They're interesting. They're very sparkly. They're very pink. Again, they are extremely Barbie core. And I do feel like it's like kind of funny of me to be sitting here and being like, oh yeah, I won't buy 90% of the dolls that I'm talking about today. But that's a personal preference thing, right? And I am a very picky collector. Like I'm just someone who is a lot more, I can't think of a better word than picky if I'm being honest. I am just picky. Like I'm very particular about what I want in my collection and what I don't want. And 9 times out of 10, I won't buy a doll if there's an aspect of it that I don't love. Like I almost never will buy a doll if I think I'm going to have to rebody it to enjoy it, or if I'm going to want to completely reroute the hair, unless it's like fun, unless it's fun for a project. I almost never will buy a doll that for me needs like serious TLC and serious customization for me to actually like the finished product, because that's just not something that I personally do. No judgment if you do, like that's your prerogative. But just for me, these dolls are not dolls that are quite enticing enough for one reason or another to purchase them. But that doesn't mean that I'm not excited about them being released and excited about what they represent. Because if you'll notice, we're talking about a lot of pink. We're talking about a lot of shiny things and a lot of like fun and kind of interesting designs. And I'm really excited, even though I won't buy most of these dolls. I feel like this is such a good sign for Barbie as a brand to be going back to, again, that Barbie core, that quintessential, recognizable Barbie image. And I just love that for them. I feel like for a while, Mattel kind of got away from it. And I do think that their intentions were good, because I do think that a lot of people saw like Barbie being this stereotypically feminine person in presentation with, again, the pink and the glitter and like the shine and everything like that. And I think that a lot of people conflated that with negative stereotypes about femininity, about maybe not being as smart, or about not being able to eat what you want because you need to stay skinny, or about not being able to do certain things. And so I feel like that's a big part of why Mattel kind of toned down the Barbiness of Barbie. And again, I would like to believe, maybe I'm being optimistic, but I would like to believe that those were good intentions. But the thing is, you don't have to equate liking pink girly things with negative feminine stereotypes. Like you can wear pink and high heels and still be a really excellent vet or a doctor or an astronaut. Like that's the whole point of Barbie to me, I feel like, is the idea that she can be anything. She can be President Barbie, but she can also be wearing something that's glitzy and glamorous and pink at the same time. And I feel like for a while, Mattel was so focused on trying to make sure that people saw Barbie as like a full rounded person that they kind of forgot that she's still allowed to like pink even if she is a full rounded person. And so seeing these new releases, it's just giving me a lot of hope for the future of Barbie. I do think like we're definitely getting back into, again, what I think of as Barbie. Like I feel like I'm repeating myself and I'm really sorry, but I just feel like we are really genuinely seeing that Barbie core essence from Mattel, which isn't something that we have super seen in a while. Obviously, they are still releasing other dolls that I'm not super thrilled with. I think some of the new fashionistas are kind of iffy, but like getting to see this many Barbies that give me pause be released in such a short period of time is different. That's not something that has happened in a long time. And I think it's really cool that we're seeing a wide variety of prices here, you know, ranging from playline level to $150 collector level, and then a couple in between, where we're getting that Barbie core across everything that Barbie is putting out right now. And it just makes me really excited to see. I also think it's cool because I think the fashions look interesting. Again, I know there are still going to be cheaper dolls. Those serve their own purpose. Like that's fine. But I love seeing them kind of play around with different things, especially on the Playline dolls, the deluxe style dolls. I genuinely don't feel like any of those dolls are violently out of date. I do think Mattel in the past has had a big problem with not being able to keep up with trends. And like, I don't mean that in a, oh man, they're a little bit like behind, they're a couple months behind. I mean, Mattel has been seriously behind the times in the past with their fashion, and like not in a fun vintage way, but in like a girl get a grip kind of way. But I feel like these are things that I could see people wearing now. And like, I love to see that. I love to see them be a little bit more current with what their dolls are wearing. And so that adds on to it. The fact that the releases that Barbie are coming out with right now feel more modern. They feel very in line with Barbie, where they're cute or elegant or fun or different, but also pink and sparkly. And she's got the heels and the vibes. And seeing, especially, I keep going back to the deluxe style dolls just because I think it's more important to see this in Playline than in collector dolls. The fact that they're on very like diverse bodies with, again, diverse skin tones and diverse hair types. Just a quick editing note here, just because I feel like I didn't explain that super well. I don't want that at all to sound like I'm trying to say it's not important for collector dolls to have diversity, because it absolutely is. It's important for diversity to be in any sort of tier or type of doll to me. I was only saying that I think it's more important to have that representation in Playline dolls, because inherently Playline dolls are going to be cheaper and therefore more accessible to more people. And so I feel like it's more important to see diversity in doll lines that more people are going to have access to. But again, I did just want to like really highlight that I wasn't trying to say it's not important to have diverse collector dolls, just that it's really nice to see, especially that diversity in dolls that more people will be able to afford. I love that Barbie feels like she is being Barbie again, but she's still retaining that message of Barbie can be anything. Barbie can be like a pink spacey astronaut, not spacey astronaut, but spacey cowboy. Barbie can be like just an average person. Barbie can be any skin tone, any color, have any features. Like, I love that. I love that these releases feel like Barbie is being Barbie again, instead of just this awkward facsimile of what she used to be. But they're retaining that message of Barbie is Barbie, but Barbie is also everybody. I hope that makes sense. I genuinely think this could be such an excellent era for the brand, and I'm so hype about it. And I just really hope that Mattel continues in this direction with Barbie, because I am feeling a level of excitement for Barbie that I have not felt in so long. I mean, I liked some of the Barbie extras, but even those felt so hit or miss to me that it was never fully excitement. It was just like, oh, I don't know if these are going to be good or not. It kind of feels like a lottery and I'm uncomfortable. But these releases from Barbie have me looking at it and I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to see what they're going to do next. And as someone who hasn't felt excitement, like active excitement for Barbie in such a long time, it's such a novel feeling and it's such a good feeling to have. The prices are still high on a lot of these dolls for sure. I do think that the Premier Gala Barbie was a much better price for a collector doll. The Fashion Frontier Barbie is a little pricey to me. And then obviously like the collab Barbies are pricey. I don't think that we're ever going to see those prices really go back down, because like at this point Mattel knows that people will pay for them. So like I don't think we're going to see the prices go down, but as long as the quality kind of feels better and the designs feel more interesting and more inspired, at least it's not as bad as it has been, right? Because I feel like some other Barbies that have released have been like exorbitantly expensive, but didn't feel that unique or didn't feel like they were that high quality to justify that price. And I'm not saying that these dolls look like they're the highest quality ever. Like, I don't have any of them in my hands, so I definitely can't say that. But looking at the images, they just have a better feel about them overall. And I think, in a world where the price won't go down, because like I genuinely don't think it will, I would rather have to pay, or not have to pay, but I would rather have the option of paying a lot of money to Barbie for a doll that genuinely feels like a Barbie and feels well designed and nice quality and makes me happy, than look at them releasing dolls that just feel like this is a $15 doll, but you're charging $75 for it. At this point, I'm just like repeating myself, so I am sorry, but I'm just so excited about the prospect of Barbie feeling like Barbie again, feeling like the Barbie that I grew up with, where she was unapologetically girly and frilly and sparkly and wonderful, but also adding on the kind of more modern tenets that we've like added to Barbie with like the diversity and everything. I feel like this could be so excellent. I feel like Barbie could be entering, dare I even say, maybe her best era yet. Like, I feel like the potential for her to grow, for this brand to grow and go back to being, what it once was, I guess, is right there. Like, they're on the cusp and I really hope they take the plunge. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say today. I know I kept repeating myself, so I truly am sorry. I just, when I get excited, I just say the same thing over and over sometimes. But yeah, feeling a lot of hope for Barbie, which is novel for this channel, and I'm so happy I get to say it. Definitely let me know your thoughts on these dolls in the comments. I'm very curious to see if any of y'all have also noticed this sort of trend of where Barbie is going and like how you're feeling about it. So please do feel free to chime out down below. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.